All right, we're at the home of Cindy and Mitch Edmonds. Did some work for them, I think on Pebble Breeze a while back, and I came out and saw Cindy over a year ago. They hadn't even technically closed on the home yet, and we worked up a bid for some work, and here we are, ready to get it going for her. So pretty excited about it. It's a great little piece of property, sits on a couple acres out here, kind of in, I guess it's considered Timberwood. But beautiful little area out here, gorgeous trees. It's a beautiful house, and we're going to be doing the windows and not really siding, doing a lot of fascia and soffit. And that's the majority of the project. And then we're doing painting, doing a bunch of painting actually. So the work is on both of the main house and the garage here, the detached garage. So fascia, soffit everywhere on the house. Basically it already has a Hardie soffit, so that'll just be painted. And then basically we're doing all the fascia with Hardie. Roof is new, relatively new, so we're not disrupting drip edge or drip cap or anything like that. But basically the fascia will all be done in Hardie. All of this existing Hardie siding, Hardie soffit will all be painted. Shutters will be painted. Any trim, let's see, I can't remember back here. Any trim that is not, yeah, this looks to be wood trim. So any trim that is not Hardie will become Hardie. So corner trim, window trim, door trim. See, we got 2x here, lumber, and that's going to be Hardie trim. And then you can see the Hardie soffits that'll of course get all power washed. There is an area about 14 feet on the back here that's completely rotted, so that's going to have to be repaired before we do the fascia overlay. But all this siding is going to be painted, primed and then painted. So that's what we got here. There we go. We're painting all these garage doors, and we're retrimming all of the garage door frames in Hardie. So that'll be done as well. Painting the front soffit, and then coming over to the back side of the garage, we're painting this door, and we're painting all of this siding. Again, window will be retrimmed in Hardie 1x4, soffit painted, fascia overlay. And if we come back here real quick, you can see that area of rot. It starts right where that piece is hanging down, extends about 14 feet this way. All needs to be cut out. This window will be retrimmed in Hardie. Coming around to the main house, you can see this is all Hardie plank. So this will all be painted. That rake up there will all be painted. This is not Hardie soffit. So you can see it's only about a 2.5 inch fascia, so that'll be real quick to overlay. We're doing an overlay on the soffit, okay? We'll clean up that gable vent a little bit and paint it. That'll be included, and then we're painting this entire wall of Hardie, okay? Again, all corner trim. You can see they just used some cheap wood. It's splintering. It's actually brick mold, it looks like. So that will all be either faced or overlaid or replaced with Hardie. It might be a little tough to get it out of this brick, so that might be something where we have to overlay that and get creative with that. But the main point is that the exterior exposure will be Hardie plank. Same thing with all the corners and all the windows and doors that are not trimmed in Hardie now. We are replacing all the windows, and we're adding one door in Ashley's room on the side of the house that we'll look at now. For the windows, we're using a Pro Via. We're doing the aspect white. We are keeping the 40-inch split on all these. All 72s in the house will be a 40-inch top-down meeting rail. No grills. We are painting all the shutters. So there's 7 pair of shutters on the house, and we are removing those, painting them, and reinstalling them. Fascia overlay, soffit overlay, and painting all Hardie. The dormers, all the window trim, those windows are pretty rough. All the window trim, all the corner trim will all be replaced with Hardie 1x4. Fascia overlay on the dormers, soffit overlay on the dormers, and then painting the actual dormers themselves. Painting the front door. If we come around to the side, they do have dogs, so it's going to be important. They have a back 40. They have a back 40 that's actually gated off, so they can probably keep the dogs back there most of the time, but just be aware there are a couple little dogs. So we got to be sensitive to that with the gates and just kind of keeping a tight perimeter. So you can get a kind of closer up of the gate of the dormer. And we're just retrimming the corners and retrimming the Hardie 1x4 around the windows. They actually did a butt-to application, which is one of the reasons why I suggested, or why we, you know, spec'd it as replacing it, because it won't be as bad as doing like an overlay. Laying the trim over, we can kind of recreate the butt-to with the corner trim. Up here, again, same thing with the gable vents. We're gonna just triangular, just painting those up. All look nice when we're done. These two windows are being replaced. This is all the colonial rough, so we're gonna paint all that, including the boxes and that. We don't need to do anything with the electrical. This door, they're building a covered, that's the key, covered balcony out here off of this window. So that's the reason we're doing an outswing door. We're doing a custom door, so it's going to be a 36 by 77. A 36 by 77 door right here. We have to take out 6 inches or so of wall beneath it, but otherwise we're using the jack studs and the header that are existing now and doing a custom 77-inch high door. So we'll do that. Again, paint all this conduit, the boxes. You can see again with the butt-to. So we'll just replace all the window trim with Hardie 1x4. That's all going to be painted like a burgundy. She'll have the colors for us, but it's going to be beautiful. It'll be a burgundy color with the white body. It's really going to pop. You're going to do some color on the front door. So she has a really good grasp on all of that. These windows, let's see. Yeah. There's some windows in the back we're not touching, but these I believe are included in the two that we're doing. So we got the gate. We're painting this set of doors, French doors right here. These little gutters, they're gonna get new gutters after we're done. So we'll give a referral for the gutter, and then we're going to do decks and effects for the deck up here as a referral. Then corner trim, fascia overlay, soffit. Here we have open rafter tails, so we can just nail to the rafters, and we don't need to do a tear off or an overlay up top. It's just going to be an install of the soffit over down here on this gable. That will be an overlay. Again, these gutters are just disposed. Doors, we can retrim that in a Hardie 1x4 or face it in a 1x4, whichever it's called for. Again, painting this set of French doors. This will all be painted, and we are not doing these windows. These are new windows, as well as a couple others on the back. This gets a little weird in here. See the dip, so we're not gonna be able to correct that, obviously. We'll use a little Z-flash because it is a flat roof. We'll use a little Z-flash to tuck up under there to do our fascia overlay, and then of course paint that. But that's kind of what we're looking at for this addition part back here. Again, this is all just painted, retrim, Hardie, and then up top there's 3 windows up there. That's a major problem. We're having soak up come out. And we're gonna work with soak up. There's major leaking that's going interior from these 3 windows that's presenting itself inside the house. So we already called Josh, tried to get him out here and work in conjunction with him. I think the earliest he had was October 1st. I'm gonna call him and see if we can bump that up a little bit, because they're having water coming into the house. The insurance guy was here while I was here, and they said it's too bad of an issue for them to even touch as far as tarps or anything. So we need to help them figure that out. Now, included in our project is there's no solution included. All that's included is replacing those windows. So if we meet with Josh and determine there's some other reframing, or if we need, it's really a weird design. The windows are about 1 inch above the roof line, kind of a bad design altogether. So if we have to bring those windows up or reduce the height of the window to create a little wall structure underneath so they can flash, that is not included. All that's included is replacing 3 windows up top. So I want to be clear about that, and Cindy's very clear about that as well. But we'll work with Josh to kind of find out what is the best solution up there. Again, fascia overlay everywhere, using the Z-flash down here on the flat roof, the addition, so we can still do our fascia overlay. These windows are new. We're not touching these 2 triples right here. Those are going to be left alone. Hardie trim, however, will go around them. This is the other set of French doors that we're painting. Again, Hardie trim on that. This little piece of gutter is going bye-bye. Let's see, so coming over to the last side, basically got more siding over here. We have to paint. That window is not going to be replaced. That's a newer window, just Hardie trim. That door is going to be painted and retrimmed in Hardie. And here you can see this side's way better than the other side in terms of it being level or you know, consistent. So then soffit up there, fascia overlay with the Z-flash. You can see there's a little half gable up there, a little rake right there, that will all be painted. And then basically all this new window there, that's the utility room, that will be a new window, and the rest will all be painted and fascia overlay, soffit, same thing as before. So that's really what we're looking at. It's 14 windows, 1 door, painting all the doors on the house, painting the door on the garage, and then soffit everywhere where it's not soffit now, Hardie soffit. The only place with existing Hardie soffit is this run right here. That's staying. We're gonna caulk and seal and paint it, and that's all we're doing on that soffit right here, okay? Everywhere else on the house will have the Hardie soffit. And that's pretty much what we're looking at. And then we're back to the wall where we started. There's 1 hose bib right there, as you can see. So we'll put a little J-box on that. And that's pretty much everything. But again, very much looking forward to working with y'all, and they're very excited to work with us. So it's gonna be a great project. It's gonna be a major transformation when it's all done. And it'll certainly give them the house, the exterior of the house that they're looking for. So very excited to work with y'all. Cindy, had a great time talking with you today. Thanks for sharing all that you did, and really enjoyed spending some time with you today. One side note, there's a little bit of porch ceiling here. That's just continuation of the soffit, so that will be Hardie as well. And that's it. Cindy, Mitch, really look forward to working with y'all once again, and can't wait to see the finished product. Thanks so much.